we're driving down the road. Samantha and I are packed up on our way to Europe. Now this is going to be a very long day. So we're going to McGee Tyson Airport in Knoxville. We're going to fly to Washington D.C. From there we're going to catch another plane a little later in the day, and we're going to fly into Munich, Germany. From Munich, Germany, we then have one more transfer into Rome, but we're leaving today at about 2 o'clock Eastern time here in the U.S., and we land in Rome just a hair before noon on Wednesday. So very, very long travel, long trip. It's going to be a wonderful experience and an awesome day. So I'm glad I'm able to do some video and have you join along with us. I'll try to make some video clips at each one of the stops, so definitely watch the rest of the video. Excited to get to Europe, go to Austria, check out this Harley scene in a whole different area of the world. I think it's going to be pretty amazing. All right, thanks for hanging out with us.
like to welcome in Munich.
All right, so here we are. We're in the hotel in Rome at the Palazzo Velabro. It's a Marriott Bonvoy resort. And last time we came to Rome, I stayed in a place that looked cool online, thought it was going to be great, brought the kids, so there were 5 of us, and our room was about the size of this little living room here, and we were just on top of each other trying to move around, and the bathroom was tiny. But now it's just me and Samantha, and we've got a suite. We already sent some pictures and videos to the kids, like, haha, look, it's pretty amazing. But I'll do a little quick tour around here, and we'll show you some outside. I'm going to show you, we're right down from, like, say, the Forums and the Coliseum. After this 18 hours worth of travel, though, we're going to rest a little while, then we'll go out later today. I'll show you some of it. We're going to be here one night. We're going to leave tomorrow. We're going to drive north to Potenza Pacina. We're going to get to the Hertz factory. I'll show you a little bit around there. I'm excited to go there. We'll stay there a little bit, and then we'll head to Austria to Bike Week. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about here. So I'll give you a quick review of the room. We'll walk around, show you about it, because if you come to Rome, I think this is the place you're going to want to stay, and I think this is where I'm going to go in the future as well. All right, so check out just how much room we have in here. We actually have a pretty nice seating area, good-sized TV, has a mini bar and a kitchen. Drinks and stuff are included as far as what's in the fridge, they said. So most of these places want like €6 for a bottle of water. We'll probably take care of that Coke and Coke Zero here in a little while. Coffee maker and snacks. All this is kind of part of having the room, which, you know, in the US, I'm kind of used to some of those things, but normally when you go to Europe, everything costs more. Everything is smaller. It's got a bunch of closets, actually good-sized closets to store all of our belongings in. The bathroom is substantially larger than the one last time. Last time, I think the toilet was in the shower. That's how small it was. But this time, it's really nice, able to move around. And we actually have a really nice bedroom as well. So a lot different than what I'm used to here. But even if you get over and you look outside, check this out. Let's see if I get this curtain pulled back, if I can figure out how to do it. Here we go. Everywhere you look in Rome, there is history. So we have this awesome arch right outside. We're actually looking over some of the downtown area. So we'll be able to walk out by foot, just walk to where we want to get dinner, walk around and see the Coliseum, some of the awesome sights. So great location right here in downtown Rome. If you decide you want to make a trip here, I definitely recommend staying at the Marriott. A lot better value. All right, so we're on our first full day here in Rome. We're at the Roman Forum behind us. It's pretty amazing here. On one end, we have the Colosseum. We have the Arch of Titus. On the other end, we have the Capitol. And in the middle of all of this, we have the Via Sacra. It's the road that they would have walked down anytime they had a military conquest. They would have a parade. A new emperor would have been taken down through here to the Capitol and would have been basically crowned as the new king or emperor of the town. But pretty awesome place. Everywhere you look is amazing history. And this is about a block away from our hotel, which is awesome too. So here shortly we'll be going down to the Colosseum. I'll show you some video footage from here as well as there. And thank you for hanging out with us on our trip. All right, so it's been a long day, but it's been a good day. So this is day number 2. Yesterday we flew into Rome. This morning we got up, we got to see some of the sights. Went to the Roman Forum, we got to go to the Colosseum. Then we went and we got a rental car and we drove about 3 hours to Porto Recanti. That's where I am now. Behind me is the Adriatic Sea. It's beautiful here. We're just a couple miles from Potenza Pacino from the Hertz headquarters. And tomorrow I'll take you there. Tonight we're gonna rest a little, but I can't wait to take you to the factory. Let you see some of the guys that work there. They've got an amazing engineering staff. They've got 40 engineers on staff, and I'm the dumbest guy in the room everywhere I go, but I love going because I learn so much. And we get to tell them about our experience with you, with the products that we've sold for the Harleys and different vehicles. But we get to discuss things about new products coming, how to make current products better, and it's just a great experience working as partners to just continue to do better and better. But continue on with me on my journey, because tomorrow after we go there, we're going to spend the night, and then we get to go to Austria, go to European Bike Week. So we're going to work a little bit on making audio better in Harleys on our way, and then we get to go there to check out just the culture, the experience. How is it in Europe? And I know they all need better audio. We're going to see what we can do to set up in the future, coming back and helping out. Keep hanging out with us. All right, so it's day 3 of our trip. We're here in Potenza Pacino. We're at Elettromedia's headquarters. So it's gonna be Audison, Hertz, their Connection series. But we're here to see some of the engineers, see some of the owners, do some discussion on new products and current products as well. One of the things I love about Hertz is the fact that they actually have their own engineering staff. A lot of the companies have overseas engineers that work in a plant somewhere, but they actually have a very large staff of very, very smart people right here, do all their own testing, all their own R&D, and they're continually working to make the best speakers that we can get. Well, let's go inside and check out the rest of the facility. All right, so quite often we've got people that reach out to us and they say, this Hertz brand, we've never heard of it before, it's new to us, and we have to kind of explain that it's not that it's new, it's very high-end and maybe new to you. So I wanted to walk down this hallway here. We're at Elettromedia in Italy, and I want to show you some of the things that they've done in the past. So the parent company is Elettromedia, but they also have Audison and they have Hertz, so the same company, all under one umbrella. So here we have, in 1982, Audison, the sister company to Hertz, created the first car amplifier that had, this is the first amplifier. But let's go over here. Here's the first amplifier that had the ability to adjust gain sensitivity. So now that amplifier could be used with any kind of source. So they're definitely groundbreaking. Some of the technology we use now all started with Hertz and Audison. If we walk a little further, we find they have the very first high-powered, high-current amplifier came from Audison. And a little further down, actually here, we have the very first subwoofer amplifier that was ever built. So groundbreaking, the very beginning, we have the first car amplifier, the first amplifier with gain adjustment, and then the first mono-channel subwoofer amplifier. All started here. And if you look at these, it starts in 1982. Here they had the first subwoofer amplifier in 1992. I just want to say this is not a new company. This is maybe new to you. It's just so high-end and they do such a good job. You're not going to find this in most of your big box retailers that are looking for low-cost, low-quality products. But we're so excited to show you this and to continue to show you why we have such a passion for the Hertz brand and the Audison brand. Let's go down. I'm going to show you some of the R&D, some of the development, the engineers. Hertz actually has the most engineers of any car audio company on staff. We'll walk you through and just kind of show you the speaker engineering and the electronics and amplifier engineering departments. So let's go there next. All right, so I'm outside the speaker R&D department. I'm going to video and show you inside here. I don't want to interrupt the work, but I just want you to see how many engineers and how much staff that Elettromedia actually has here working on these projects. A lot of other companies, they outsource this to China and engineers that are off-site. Everything is done in-house, and it's amazing the quality control they have and the engineering and the passion they have that drives this constant evolution and better audio. All right, so I'm in the speaker listening room here at Hertz. I think this is awesome. I wanted to share it with you. So they don't just engineer and build the best speakers and then just assume that they're the best. This is where they do their blind listening tests, and they'll bring in other manufacturer speakers and they'll compare them in a blind listening test to what they've made so that they get some pure results and know that what they've done, as they already know, they've engineered the best. They've got the best engineers in the world. They have the best testing in the world to verify everything. But here's the end. That passion that they have drives them to actually have them listen to everything and compare just to make sure there's this, superior and the best. Let's move over to the anechoic chamber. I want to show you this because it's pretty amazing. It's so quiet. You can pretty much hear your heartbeat. It's pretty awesome. It's something that I don't normally get the chance to stand in. Let's move over there. I just want to show it to you real quick. All right, so we're in the acoustic test room. This is a very low vibration room, very similar to like an anechoic chamber in the sense that they can take the speakers they've built, they can play them here, and there's no outside noise interfering with any of the test results. It's pretty amazing. They control temperature, they control humidity, all these things. I mean, they just take it to this degree of almost craziness, and I love it because I'm OCD about the same things. But the passion at Hertz is really shown in all these extra steps they do to test and verify and continue to create some of the best speakers in the world. All right, so we're getting toward the end of day 3 on our way to Austria, but if I'm in Italy, I definitely want to stop by Elettromedia. I want to check out the Hertz headquarters here. And I want to tell you a little bit more about the history of the company, but who better to do that than Massimo? He is the head of the international sales here. And you want to give us a little bit of history about Hertz?
Absolutely, with pleasure. So we are here in Elettromedia. Elettromedia has been founded more than 35 years ago. And of course, Hertz is our major brand since many, many years. And it is the brand that is really driving the sales here in Elettromedia for car audio, marine industry, and motorcycle industry as well. Hertz has been introduced after 1998, and today by far is a very important brand for our company.
All right, so we've been a dealer for Elettromedia, that'd be Audison and Hertz, since about 2018. It's been a fabulous product for us. The quality is so high that you don't see it in just every retailer. It really takes a specialized retailer that really has a love for the industry to carry such a great brand. And a lot of you I know don't really know the history or know that it's even an Italian brand. So we get that question all the time. I've never heard of Hertz, but I heard a bike with Hertz or a car with Hertz, and now I'm sold on the brand. But here, one of the things that really stands apart is we've took some time today. We sat down with some of the engineering staff. We were able to look over some maybe new products in the future. We talked about existing products. But the key is right here is where they do all their engineering, all the research and development, all the testing. They've got so many cool things. And we showed some video probably a little bit earlier from our last year's trip here where I went over some of those testing rooms. So I want you to check those out because that was really cool. But the biggest part is most of the other companies we deal with, they may have one, basically a sales guy here in the US that talks to an engineer in China. And so they produce a part in a build house. But this isn't the case. How many engineers do you have working here?
You're right. This is not the case for Elettromedia. We have more than 55 engineers here working for the development of speakers and electronics and integration devices.
So understand that is 3 brands. So you have Audison, you have Hertz, but you also have a pro audio speaker company as well.
Correct.
And what is that company?
The name is La Voce.
La Voce. So they do large venues like stadiums, and I mean, this is something, if you were in the US, you'd probably see somebody like JBL in your local stadium. But here in Europe, Elettromedia has a big presence in that as well. So they're professionals in things like loudspeakers and building audio to go through the extremes like we do in Harley. You know, in a Harley, you're going to go pretty much all the way up on the volume. You're going to leave it there for hours and hours. And when we try to pick a brand that we know is going to last through that abuse, but also sound really good, that's where companies like Elettromedia comes into play. So also, I heard that a couple of your guys have PhDs. Is that right?
Yes, the most of our engineers have a PhD. Yeah.
All right, so I'm the dumbest guy in the room everywhere I go here, and it's very humbling to get to come here and speak to so many guys that really have a love for what they're doing. I mean, you don't become an engineer and then get your doctorate into audio normally unless you have an absolute passion for it.
Correct.
So we're very proud to be dealers for Hertz. I love coming here. I love Italy. Second to the US, you know, no place like home, but definitely a place I want to come every time. Let's go down to the showroom and maybe look around there a little bit.
Absolutely. See you there.
All right. All right, so we've changed locations. We're here in the showroom showing off an amazing number of products, both in the Hertz lineup, the Audison lineup. If you've got something that you want to put audio in, whether it's a car or a truck, maybe you want an awesome marine system for your boat, or you want an amazing system for your Harley Davidson, they've got you covered. They've got, like I said, 55 engineers, and all they do is build amazing equipment. So tell me, what have we got coming for like the new Harley? Can you tell us a little bit about what's happened here recently?
Well, considering the huge result that we had with the S6 6x9 Neo, we decided to introduce a new speaker, the S6 6x9H, and for satisfying the need of the new motorcycle that you are receiving now into the market.
So when it came time to develop, we developed this A to B interface to tie in some sort of audio brand into the new Harleys. It was a no-brainer. We were going to go with Hertz equipment. We've had such a great success, not only from it sounds so good, the quality is so great, but it just lasts and lasts. We just don't have a failure of any type. So when it came to the new lids, we checked out the Hertz speakers. In the 690s, for a while, we were having to modify to fit, but very quickly, they've built us a new speaker specifically for Harley, new flange design that drops right in the lids. But on top of that, recently we've got a new cutting kit for the 98 to 13 Harley Davidsons. So the guys with the older bikes, you haven't been left out. We now have a full solution for you as well, all the way down to the cutting kits with the Hertz logos. And they look awesome. They look like the ones for the 14 to 23. But we've also seen recently the new cutting kits for the 24 and newer. So we have a complete solution now with some of the best equipment made on the planet for your Harley Davidson. And I'm so excited. We'll be in SEMA here in just a couple months showing off that bike. It'll be in one of the booths. We'll let you hear it. So if you're going to be in Las Vegas for SEMA, come there. You don't have to come all the way to Italy to check this out. We'll all be in Las Vegas, and I want you to come by and listen to our road glide. We'll have the full system in it. So you can hear both the 690Hs. You can check out how the new A to B interface works, but you can just see how amazing a Hertz system sounds in your new 2024 or newer Harley Davidson. But it's been a great day here. Thank you for having us. I look forward to going to Austria. You're going to come with us for a day, check it out.
Absolutely, and see you at SEMA.
Yeah. So we're going to check out the bike scene in Europe. We're going to see just how different is it do people upgrade? What kind of builds are they doing? I'm interested to see how different versus the U.S. You know, I think we have a complex. We like to be better than the next man. We like to build our bike bigger, faster, louder. I want to see if Europe has the same thing going. I hope they do, because I want to see some new ways of it. But keep coming along with us. We'll start back on day 4 tomorrow. We'll end up going to Austria. We should be there, show you a little bit of the sights there. Keep watching. First official morning of the event, and the motorcycles are just coming in non-stop. They expect 100,000 to come out today, and Harley Davidson is here in force. Street glides, road glides, CVO models are everywhere. It's amazing how many ultras we're seeing. So whether it be a road glide limited or ultra limited, really big on the tour pack models here. Not often you see a Vespa next to a Harley. All right, so it's our final day here in Austria. Right behind me is Lake Falk, F-A-A-K. We're not saying curse words, but this European Bike Week experience has been amazing. Once in a lifetime kind of trip. And I'll tell you, Harley Davidsons are absolutely everywhere. It's amazing how big a presence they have here in Europe. And I wondered, what would we see different? What is the difference between the European scene and what we see in the US? And really, I see the same people. I mean, that's what we have. We have people everywhere, roughly the same age group, riding the same bikes. They're enjoying the same things. We're riding these beautiful roads here up through the mountains, just like we see people do when they come visit us in Tennessee outside of the Smoky Mountains. But a great place. Not a lot of vendors here. I mean, tons of clothing, tons of food, concerts galore. They listen to classic rock like most of the guys we have here in the US. A lot of CVO motorcycles. Pretty amazed how many people buy brand new bikes that are CVOs everywhere. So not a lot of black bikes, not a lot of kind of plain Jane bikes. Everything is really a lot of different colors, a lot of different styles. A lot of the limited edition versions are here. But just a lot of people having a great time experiencing this world together. It seems like we've got this same brotherhood that we have in the U.S. amongst the riders. But hopefully we can come back. We can do a little bit as far as get them to experience some of the upgrades we do there. I don't see a lot of seats being done, a lot of suspension. We saw Wilbur suspension here, but we're not seeing like Öhlins like we would in the U.S. I don't see Chromeworks here or Custom Dynamics. But Hertz Audio, doing pretty good. I haven't seen but 4 or 5 bikes that had some upgrades done to them, and overwhelmingly we saw Hertz. So maybe we'll get to come back next year. We'll see what Hertz decides to do. They're going to probably have a presence here, and if we're needed and they want us, we'll probably come back and experience it again. But if you ever get a chance to come up here into Austria and ride your bike or rent a bike when you're here, just a beautiful country, a beautiful place. Thank you for joining along with us, and as always, thank you for watching, and God bless.